Okay, so in today's video, we're gonna be talking about how the new currency is actually attention. What do I mean by that? Well, that's what we're gonna get to in today's video. So, currency being the new attention. That sounds crazy, but it's real. The way that people are going to be monetizing in the future is through attention. The way that people are going to be, I just thought of this off the dome. What do you do when you think of attention? You pay attention. Now, whether that means something or not, I believe that the world we live in is one where we're going to be monetizing attention. I like breaking down the definition of what I think the For You page actually is. And bear with me for a moment on breaking that down with you. The For You page is basically an endless scroll. It doesn't stop, it doesn't finish. So when you post online, you're quite literally fighting for attention in an endless stream and an endless scroll of content. It's actually absurd when you think about it. And you don't think about it until you're part of it. It's one of these catch-22s where you're not gonna understand until it's happening to you, or it happened to you. So it's really quite special. A lot of you might be asking yourself, what is this guy talking about? I'll get to that. No, I'm just joking. Basically, what I'm talking about is doom scrolling. And doom scrolling from the position of being a content creator, right? Because the title of this video is going to be called something along the lines of how social media and the algorithm ruined the world. I don't know, something along the lines of that, right? So what are we actually talking about here is we're talking about how the new currency is attention. I'm gonna dive deeper into that right now for you guys, if you'll allow me to. Why do you think companies pay for marketing? I'll ask you that again. Why do companies pay for marketing? Not for more business, but for more attention. Attention brings sales and new customers, does it not? So when you pay for marketing, you're paying for attention. Hence why this video is called Attention is the New Currency. A look at the algorithm. A look at the 2026 algorithm. Attention is the new currency, a look into 2026 algorithm. That's a fire title. That's a video I'd want to watch. That's something that I would click on and be like, wait, what does this guy know about energy, attention? What does this guy know about currency? What does this guy know about the algorithm, right? So let's start with energy, I guess. energy is something that flows. Energy goes where attention flows, attention goes where energy goes, yada, yada, yada. We're all aware with the pseudo-spiritual term energy, right? Okay, got that out of the way. Currency. Currency is something that, say, you have a product and you have the currency. It's something you can trade for a product, right? The only thing that you can do with currency is either trade it for more different currencies or for a product. That's the only value that currency has. Now, attention. Why am I talking about attention in the same realm of currency and energy? Because I believe that the algorithm, and we'll get to that in a second, feeds off of energy and attention. And that is the currency that we're currently trying to sell to one another. The algorithm, and I've talked about this in some of my other videos before, is basically just three things. The first one is that it promises you to show your video to the right viewer at the right time, as long as it's the right video. If you break that down into a 3-step process, that just means all you need to do as a creator of videos or content is make the right video for the right person, and the algorithm will do its job, which is basically showing it at the right time. All right, so we got energy, we have currency, we have attention, and we have the algorithm, which is showing the right video to the right person at the right time. These are all huge pillars about what we're getting into right now. How attention is the new currency, a look into 2026, into the 2026 algorithm. So, circling back to the point of the infinite For You page, I ask you this: have you ever reached the end of the Explore page? Have you ever reached the end of the For You page? That's a rhetorical question. Of course you haven't. None of us have. Quite literally. None of us have reached the end of the For You page. None of us have reached the end of the Explore page. It is quite literally infinite. The For You page is an infinite scroll. The Explore page is an infinite scroll. There is no end, which is why you're fighting for attention, which is why it's a currency, because currencies are valuable, right? So my hypothesis is this: if you look at what big companies are doing nowadays, they're selling attention. How crazy. Imagine you're able to monetize something. That's another word that came out of thin air, monetize. You know, in terms of technology and social media, imagine you're able to monetize something. Imagine you're able to monetize something that isn't real. Attention. How crazy of a concept that is. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it incited some questions in your brain, and I hope it made you think, okay, how is attention currency nowadays? And how can I leverage my position in the algorithm to get my videos to the right people? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.